by this district court judge. So as I said, I think that Trump's best argument is an immigration court, not in the U.S. District Court.
But bottom line, does he face the potential to return to ICE detention?
Yes. If the immigration courts determine that Khalil lied on his visa application, then yes, he could be deported. And that's a dispute right now that is being litigated. In fact, there is an immigration judge who determined that he would not let Khalil go free because of these issues. Now, this is a separate judge. This is a separate federal judge with the appropriate power to determine whether or not Khalil can stay behind bars pending all these decisions. And the Trump administration is furious. They're saying, hold on, you have two different judges saying two different things, and they're angry at the whole judiciary. But that's the Trump administration. Being the Trump administration, they like going after judges. It helps them with their base. But the bottom line is, under the solid legal ground, you have to not misrepresent your immigration, your background, your employment history. And if he did that, he could be sent home.
So as we listen to his remarks today, Dave, when he arrived there in New Jersey, it sounds like he intends to continue speaking out and protesting against the Israel-Gaza conflict. If you were his lawyer, would you encourage that? I'm curious what your advice would be to him.
He can't help himself. He's 30 years old, and he's a frequent visitor to college campus as a 30-year-old, and he led the protests, led the shutdown of buildings at Columbia. And so to tell him that he has to go home and be silent is not who he is. But every time he does that, he increases the size of the target on his back for the Trump administration. They're going to make a priority out of it. So, yes, he had the press conference today. He had AOC talking, and that was a win for him today. But I'm sure his lawyers would probably say, hey, can you quiet down and stay low for now? Because all you're doing is attracting attention, and that attention could get you deported.
I mean, look, to your point, that the Trump administration, I mean, they really sought to kind of make him a poster child, right, for their so-called fight against anti-Semitism on college campuses. How do you see this fight playing out?
Well, I do believe the Trump administration has an argument when it comes to real anti-Semitism prevalent on college campuses. And universities need to do a better job, especially Columbia. You see that Harvard is doing a better job, and they're about to settle, apparently, with the Trump administration. And as far as Mahmoud Khalil, to deport him based on his activities, you have to show activities, not speech. It's not enough that he expresses a pro-Palestinian viewpoint. You have to show ties to Hamas. And that's where the government failed in this case. And they're going to appeal, but unless they've got more definite proof, they're not going to succeed. Their best chance of succeeding is to show that he lied on his immigration applications. That is a separate matter for a separate judge at a different time.
Okay, Dave Aaronberg, thank you so much for joining us on the Breaking News. Appreciate you, my friend. Let's go now to some more breaking news. This is in the conflict between Iran and Israel with NBC's Matt Bradley.